In 1974, I had just taken over as president of the League of Women Voters. It was an exciting time because those were 2-year terms in those days, and it would encompass the bicentennial 2 years later. But I had been given a membership in the League of Women Voters as a housewarming present when Bruce and I moved to Orlando by Flo Neidig, and I was deeply interested and involved, even though I had 4 young children at the time. But part of it, in truth, was that the National Convention was going to be in San Francisco that year, and the big issue that we were addressing with delegates from all over the country was whether we should admit male members to the League of Women Voters. Well, it was, as you can imagine, a fairly contentious discussion with perhaps 2 main points. One was that there were people who are always going to say, but we've always done it this way and it's worked fine this way before. There were members who, remember, back in the 70s, still were arguing when it came to women's organizations and to women's colleges that young women needed time to find their feet, to address their studies, not be in competition with young men, have those organizations that provided training and opportunities for leadership. So that was the discussion. I think Jean and I, Jean Siegfried, my VP, both voted for the change. And when I came home, I remember that my grandfather, who lived next door, Nate Simpson, decided that he wanted to be the first male member of the League of Women Voters, and promptly wrote me a check for $20, which was the league membership fee in those days. I've heard since that Henry Land, the former mayor of Apopka, who was also a big league supporter, believed that he was the first male member, and that's quite possible because, you know, it probably took effect in July of that year, and he might have then written his check. At any rate, we welcomed male members into the league in Orlando. We felt good about it. Since then, we've had many, many male members, male elected officials, a male president of the League of Women Voters who did a great job. And so it was clearly the right decision that we made back then, all those many, many, many years ago.